friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be starting outside because my backyard is a disaster. We had a crazy windstorm, I think it was yesterday or the day before, tore up the backyard. I mean, it pushed our sofa off of the back porch. It is so messy out here, and I'm really excited because I have some new storage bins that I'm going to be using to help organize back here because we just have stuff everywhere. So we're going to start off outside and then we're going to head inside because it is now spring cleaning time. So I am super excited to get some deep cleaning done, maybe some spaces you guys have forgotten about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So this is the back porch, and we're supposed to have a couch right here. But here it is, and our carpet. I'm telling you guys, the wind was insane. I mean, look at this mess. So we're gonna get this backyard cleaned up. And here's my new planter box I got off of Amazon. I'm gonna be doing a home garden I told you guys about. So we are getting started, of course, by picking up all of the dog poop. So I quickly did that, and then I grabbed a second grocery bag to pick up all of the like broken toys or wrappers. It is so windy here in West Texas, so we constantly have trash everywhere. So I wanted to make sure I got up all the trash before I got started doing anything else. I must admit that the backyard is often neglected, especially in the wintertime, just because we don't go out here that often. But now that it is starting to warm up a bit, I was really excited to get it all cleaned up and ready to start hanging out back here. I love the setup that we did. If you guys been here, you saw me get the new couch and the fake tree and everything for back here. But as you can see, you know, it blew away. So I really need to go get some bricks to like go at the bottom of the plant to keep it in place because it keeps falling over and it's just getting destroyed. So that is definitely on my list of things that I need to buy. But I went ahead and gave the porch a good sweeping before I brought the rug and couch back onto it. That way there was no dirt underneath it. And then I needed to really clean Ethan's water table. That thing was so disgusting. I have not like sprayed it and cleaned it out since summertime. So I went ahead and used my Dawn Power Wash. It did a good job at cleaning it. I mean, obviously it's pretty stained up, but at least it's clean and ready for him to fill back up and start playing with in the springtime. So like I said, we've been getting insane windstorms here in West Texas. So not only was my furniture all over the place, but so was the outdoor toys. And that was one huge reason why I was so excited to be working with PATIOWELL, which is today's video sponsor. They were kind enough to send me 2 of their outdoor storage bins. One is a smaller 28-gallon bin and then a larger 82-gallon bin. They were super easy to put together. The instructions were very easy to follow and the material felt really sturdy, and you basically just had to snap most of the pieces together and they were ready to go. Ethan was super eager to help me out while we put these 2 bins together. And they are perfect for our crazy weather here in West Texas because they're made out of a very durable material. The larger bin was perfect for all the kids' outdoor toys because of its high capacity. Even the bigger items I was able to store inside of it. And on the larger bin, there's an option to even put a lock on here to keep people from getting inside of it. And I'm using the smaller bin for all of my couch pillows that keep flying away. So now my yard looks so much more tidy and organized with these sleek bins. Another amazing feature is that they are waterproof, so it will protect my items from the weather. So make sure you guys head down to my description, check out the link to PATIOWELL. They have other amazing items to choose from as well. And thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. Now it's time to get everything in place. I love this tree so much, but y'all, it's so beat up. I really need to spray and like clean the bottom of the tree as well, but I'll have to do that another day. I do end up cleaning the couches though, because yeah, they are so filthy. I mean, they're constantly getting destroyed out here just from the weather. And then my dog, of course, loves to hang out on these couches out here, so they just get dirty easy. I don't think it was a very good idea to get light colored sofas for out here, but it's fine. I'm just gonna use some of my Shout because I love Shout. It seriously works so good at getting stains out. So I'm gonna spray it with some Shout, and then I fill up a little bowl full of super hot water and I put some laundry booster into it just to help really make sure I get those stains out. And this did a great job. It took it completely out of the couches. They look so much better. I almost brought out my pressure washer, but you know, I had so much other cleaning that I was planning on doing in this video after this, so I just decided to use the water hose, and it still did a great job at taking out all of the stains. And it's going to be so nice having that container to store the pillows in. That way those aren't flying all over the yard as well. I've always been afraid that one of them are going to like fly over the fence and we're going to lose them. And as y'all could see, Ethan was like so excited to help me clean this day. Like everything that I did, he was like, "Mom, can I do it? Can I have a turn?" So we were taking turns back and forth scrubbing the couches. He also, you know, wanted to sweep the porch. He's just getting so big. I can't believe he's 3.5 and he's just a big help. Like he's very independent and wants to do everything on his own, and I love it. It's just so sweet watching him turn into a little boy.
Want the good, want the bad, all the feelings. Want you happy and sad in between.
Oh my goodness, you guys, look how much better the yard looks. Like, honestly, if you guys would have seen how nasty it was, like between the dog poop and papers, like, oh my gosh, such an improvement. And I'm so excited about my new storage bins. They're really going to help me stay organized and keep the yard looking clean for longer. It is now a new day and we are ready to get started on some more spring cleaning. So today we're going to be focusing on the kitchen. I went ahead, made a to-do list. That way I can make sure I tackled everything. Whenever I'm spring cleaning, of course, I like to make sure that I'm getting from top to bottom, everything in each area, and just focusing on one space at a time. That way it doesn't get super overwhelming. So today it's the kitchen and also washing the curtains because the curtains are really gross. I've been needing to pull them down for quite some time. So we're gonna go ahead, pull the curtains down, and then get started on battery died on me. But we're gonna pull the curtains down, get those in the wash once Adrian's clothes is done washing, because last night I ended up stop cleaning because Adrian got a stomach bug and it was a really rough night last night. So I've been sanitizing, washing everything. So yes, also doing all that fun mom stuff in between the cleaning. As y'all can see, I had quite a few stains on these curtains. The kids are so bad about like splashing their food on them. There was slime on them. We've also spilt like drinks, and it was long overdue for me to wash them. I mean, the ones in the living room really weren't dirty, but since I was going to be taking down the ones in the dining room, I was like, you know what? I might as well just wash the ones in the living room. And plus, this is a great way to get rid of some dust in your house. You will be so shocked when you pull down your curtains how much dust will come out of them. So if you can wash your curtains, I definitely recommend doing this, or take them outside and just give them a good shake to get the dust out of it, because it's crazy how much dust can trap inside of these. And of course, to get out the stains, I'm going to be using my Shout because it is my go-to for literally everything. So I'm going to spray it with some Shout. Like I said, I do have some laundry in the machine right now, so I'm going to let that soak on the stains for a little bit, and then we'll put those into the wash. And whenever I wash my curtains, I always do it on a delicate cycle, and I just do either warm or cool water, just because, you know, sometimes if I have stains, like, I feel like it doesn't really get them out unless I use warm water. And so far I haven't had any issues washing my curtains using warm water. I just always make sure when I dry them, I also do it on a delicate cycle, and I make sure to use the lowest temperature. Or if you want to avoid that altogether, you can just hang your curtains directly out of the washer up onto the curtain rods, and they'll dry hanging. So that is also an option if you would prefer to do that as well. But now we're heading into the kitchen, and y'all, look how disgusting the tops of my cabinets were. Like, oh my gosh, they were so gross. And I have heard people like laying down, you know, either some sort of paper or, you know, something at the tops, cardboard. That way you can just pick it up and get rid of it, which I might end up doing. But as for today, I just went ahead and gave it a really good vacuum. And I am so thankful for my Dyson vacuum, you guys. I have never been able to do this because my previous vacuums were on like, you know, like a cord, and you couldn't reach the hose up high enough. So having my Dyson is so awesome because I could not believe the amount of dust. And the dust that collects on top of your cabinets, I'm not sure if you guys have tried like wiping it, but it also like builds up this really thick, almost sticky residue, I guess just from cooking and the grease. So it's actually really hard to wipe up if you try to use like a towel or a rag. So the vacuum just made it 20 times easier for me.
But not as much as this does, so baby, bye. It's for the best, and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it up, we had its time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be.
Let me know how you guys have been feeling. We currently have a awful stomach bug in our house. Like I mentioned, so far, Adrian was the first to catch it, and then Aubrey caught it, and then Ethan, my 3-year-old, caught it. And so far, those are the 3 who have had it so far. We're going on day number 4 now of having it in the house. So I am praying so hard that the rest of us don't catch it. Like, I have been cleaning up, TMI, I know it's gross, but I have been cleaning up so much projectile vomit. It is awful, like so awful, you guys. My 12 years of being a mom, I've never experienced this bad of a sickness yet. Like, as of me having to clean it up, this one definitely takes the cake. It's been so awful. So I hope you guys are staying healthy. It seems like this bug is really going around everywhere. So I hope you guys haven't caught it, but if you did, I feel your pain. I thankfully have not caught it yet, knock on wood, but yeah, being on the other side of having to clean it up, oh my goodness, it's awful. So yeah, between just like sanitizing and laundry, I have been so busy, and you guys know we're going on vacation. I am recording this voiceover before we go on vacation because this is a sponsored video, so I have to film it just a little bit in advance. That way they can approve it ahead of time. So this is a little, you know, it's probably going to be about 2 weeks old by the time you see this, but this is before our vacation, and we're supposed to be leaving in about 3 days. We're leaving in 3 days. And I am just like, please, please let this stomach bug be completely out of the house before then, because the trip that we booked is a non-refundable Airbnb. And I'm just like, well, we're going, throwing up or not. So oh my goodness, I just really hope it all ends up working out as planned and we have a good time. But it's definitely making me nervous how close it is to our trip. And also, funny story. So we're going to Odessa, New Mexico, and we've only been one other time. We went last year with our friends, and last year when we went, our family had a stomach bug and we thought it was completely gone. We went to New Mexico with our friends, and while we were there, they all got the stomach bug and they were throwing up the entire vacation. So we didn't really get to leave the Airbnb. I felt so bad for getting their entire family sick. And yeah, and now we're getting a stomach bug right before our family vacation. And me and my husband were just like, wow, like how ironic that we would be getting a stomach bug right before Odessa once again. Like, what kind of luck is that? But yeah, I just thought I'd tell you guys that funny story. And I know it's gross, but hashtag mom life.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the
But now we're in the kitchen doing some deeper cleaning. I like to wipe down the microwave probably at least once a month. Thankfully, we really don't get it too dirty in here. I mean, every once in a while there'll be a splatter, but for the most part, we keep it pretty clean. So I usually tackle this monthly, but since we're doing spring cleaning, I wanted to make sure that I put this on my to-do list. So we're going to be doing a deep cleaning of my microwave. We're also going to be deep cleaning my oven. Underneath the oven, we're doing inside my refrigerator, underneath the refrigerator. I mean, I cleaned this kitchen spotless. It feels so good now that it's like all the way complete. It was so worth all the effort. Like, that is probably my number one reason why I love spring cleaning, because there's just no other feeling than like knowing that you've literally tackled every area in your kitchen or your house. It's a good feeling, but boy, is it time consuming. So another thing that is on my to-do list is cleaning the dishwasher filter. I definitely recommend doing this way more than one time a year, because you will be shocked how dirty it gets. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it, but I cleaned mine recently, so it really wasn't that dirty. But when I cleaned it the last time, oh my goodness, the amount of food and just like caked on gunk that was on it was so bad. Like, I knew I needed to do it because our dishes weren't coming out clean, but oh my gosh, I did not realize how bad it was going to be. So this is my friendly reminder to you guys to make sure you're checking your dishwasher filter. So when you get in here, you just turn it counterclockwise and it will easily come out. And then what I like to do is inside the sink, I just use my sponge with some warm water and some soap and scrub the filter around it. And then I like to bang it upside down because a lot of food like gets stuck inside of it. And then that's it. Like, it's so easy to clean. I felt intimidated like the first time that I started cleaning my filter. I thought it was going to be harder than this, but it's super simple and it makes such a big difference in your dishwasher. Definitely recommend. And if you're wanting something a little bit more like stronger in your dishwasher, like you want a better cleaning, you can go ahead and put a cup full of vinegar on the top rack of your dishwasher, run a hot cycle of water through it, and it will clean everything inside of there, leave it sparkling clean, and your dishes will definitely be coming out really clean after that. It makes a really big difference. But now we're moving on to my cluttered countertop. This is kind of my husband's catch-all spot. As you can see, he has his nebulizer attachments, he has his asthma medicine over here, and I needed to move it all into the basket. This basket is where we keep our medicine. up above, like in the cabinet. So I went ahead, pulled that down, went through the medicine really quick and got rid of like empty boxes and stuff like that. And then I went ahead and put all his medication inside of the bin. That way it's off of the countertop. And I picked up the rest of the clutter, put it where it belonged. And I told my husband, like, you need to find a new catch-all space because I've been working so hard at trying to keep the kitchen clutter free. It's definitely our catch-all spot, but I'm trying really hard for it not to be. So hopefully my husband can start collecting his things like on his nightstand. And then as you guys saw for like 2 seconds, I completely forgot to hit record when I put the pink stuff inside of my oven. I recently did a like deep clean inside the oven, so it wasn't awful, but I still have one section that is like caked on. So I went ahead, I used my pink stuff, rubbed a thick layer on top of the areas that needed, you know, some love. And I'm going to let that soak and dry up on top of there, and then we'll get to that. But we are also cleaning the grates on top of my oven. I've had a few people ask, like, do I ever clean the grates? And you guys, I'm going to be real. I really don't. I don't ever clean the grates on my stovetop because, I mean, if they do get dirty, I just take my wet towel and just like quickly give it a wipe. But I will say that I am going to start cleaning the grates because when I pulled them off and flipped them over and looked at the underside, y'all, it was disgusting. Like so much caked on grime. They were really sticky and gunky. So what I did is I just sprayed it with my power wash Dawn, let them soak in the sink while I cleaned the stovetop. And then I went in with my little hard bristle brush. I'm not sure what it's called, but I go in with my bristle brush, give it a good scrubbing. It took all that grime off and the grates look brand new now. It looks so nice and clean. So I definitely recommend doing this, you know, in your spring cleaning. It's a great time to tackle your grates because it did make a big difference and they look so much nicer now.
If we would join our forces, what a bliss. You make me understand this place in a whole different way. You make me wanna live this life to the fullest, to the fullest. I will read you love poems. Hope that you get convinced. Then I'll play something really sewing. Ask you to dance with me, even stay with me. You make me understand this place in a whole different way.
Now that the grates are nice and clean, it is time to wipe down the stainless steel. You guys know I love the yellow Windex. That's what I use for all of my stainless steel. Not only is it antibacterial, but it also leaves stainless steel really shiny. So that is always my go-to for my stainless steel. So I'm going to wipe down the outside of my oven and then we're going to be pulling it out and yeah, we're going to clean underneath. I recently cleaned the ground underneath my oven because I mentioned before our oven is currently not working as of this video, but it's getting repaired. We're getting the motherboard replaced on it, so it will be functional. But whenever I had to move it out and we were like looking at it and stuff, I decided to clean underneath of it. So the floor wasn't terrible, but the sides of my oven were filthy. I am such a messy cook. Every time I cook eggs, I swear like the egg whites just like drip down the side of my oven, and yeah, you'll see that. So we're gonna clean the floor really quick and then we're also gonna give the sides of my oven a good wipe down.
This one right. And if they ask us where we've been hiding, we'll just shake our heads. And when no one is listening, I confess
here is the side of my oven, y'all. So gross. And in case y'all are wondering what's inside my spray bottle, this is a Grove spray bottle that I got from one of my Grove packages. And inside of it, I'm actually using the Scentsy all-purpose spray in the Johnny Appleseed scent. It's one of my favorite scents from them, and I really love this Scentsy sprays. I think the scent of them, like, it's lingering, it lasts a long time, they clean really well. And it's great because I buy it in concentrate, so you only pour like a fourth of the jar full of the concentrate, and then you fill up the rest of the jar with water. So I probably buy the Scentsy concentrate like once a year, and it seriously will last me all year long. Like, it's definitely affordable, and I love the way that it smells. I'm a huge Scentsy person just because the scents are so strong, and if y'all been here for a while, you know I love my house to smell good, and that's just a great way to make the house smell good and not spend as much money, because I do feel like the waxes are overpriced, but their all-purpose spray is definitely affordable. But as you guys see, I'm checking some things off of my list. I just love getting to check things off. I switched my curtains over into the dryer. That way those could get done while I'm finishing up in the kitchen. And here's the oven. Like I said, I forgot to record me putting it on, but I did get me taking off the pink stuff. It got off some of the grime, but I really need to buy a new razor to scrape off the rest because it is really caked on there. So I really need to get another razor because mine was so nasty I had to throw it away, and I just keep forgetting to buy a new one.
It was a Thursday night when I first saw you. Those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you. You struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day.
Now it's time to pull out the fridge. I typically clean underneath my fridge once a year. Like, it's not really something that I think about moving and cleaning under, so I definitely needed to give this some love. There was tons of crumbs and nasty stuff underneath here, so I went ahead and pulled out my vacuum to vacuum the floor because it was just way too much. Like, I was not about to try to wipe that up. So we're gonna vacuum it, and then we're gonna go in with my spray and just wipe down the floors really well underneath here before moving it back.
Used to be scared of letting someone get close without the filters, but you see the real me. Since I let you in under my skin, I'm more free than I have ever been. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running, yeah, every day.
So if you guys notice, there's a little dot of blue paint on the floor that's actually spray paint, because when I first spray painted my chairs, if you guys remember, like almost 2 years ago, I spray painted them a dark blue color, and I put the spray paint up high in the pantry, and I went to grab something out of the pantry and the spray can fell down and like the lid popped off, and it squirted one little spray right next to where the like fridge ends. So usually you can't see it because with the doors closed, you can't tell that the spray paint is there. But yes, I got spray paint on the floor like right after we moved in. I'm sure there's a way I can take it off. I just haven't looked into it. But in case you guys were wondering what that blue spot was, it's spray paint. But now it's time to move on to the inside of my refrigerator. This desperately needed some TLC. It was so filthy. I have been meaning to wipe it down, but I was like, you know what? I'm about to film my spring cleaning video. So I kept putting it off, and it is finally time. And oh my gosh, you guys, it was really bad, a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. But that's okay. It's nice and clean now. And I went ahead and threw away a ton of stuff that was either expired or we no longer used. And it really helped freed up some space, especially on the side of the doors. That is the area where we struggle because we have so many like random condiments and sauces. And yeah, it's always bursting at the seams. So it felt really good to get this cleaned up and organized again.
I'm loving you too. I'm not gonna stay, gotta be alone. Let's talk, meet me at the avenue. I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me. Like a stone in the water sinking down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over.
So I'd love to know, whenever you guys are doing your spring cleaning, where do you typically start? What's like the first area that you tackle and you want to get done? I'd love to know. This was actually the very first spring cleaning area that I started in, of course, the outside and the kitchen. I love starting in the kitchen because the kitchen is just like the heart of the house. I feel like it's the most used space, so it often gets super dirty. So I was really excited to tackle my kitchen, get it spotless. The one area that I needed to do that I didn't do was the pantry, but I figured I can save this for another day because I already spent so much time cleaning the kitchen, you guys. I seriously was cleaning for the entire Saturday. I decided to do it on the weekend. That way I didn't have to like stop and go get the kids from school and all of that. And yes, it took me all day.
But me, it doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now.
And in case you guys didn't notice, my poor crispers, like this one, I couldn't even get it out without the top of it coming off with it. These crispers are so hard to pull in and out. Like they do not move very well. And because of that, all of the fronts of the crispers are broken because like we've had to literally pull so hard that it like cracked the plastic. I really need to try to order some new ones because these are just falling apart. They're awful. Like, I don't know why these get stuck so bad. I'm not sure if like, even if we buy new ones, if it's going to fix the problem, because I don't know. I feel like the way they made these crispers is nearly impossible to pull them in and out. It drives me crazy. I'm tempted to just like take the actual crisper out and just put a basket. It's like stick a basket in there because I mean, it has the shelves, so I really could, because yeah, these crispers definitely drive me crazy.
Think I want you here. I don't ask for much. No, I don't need that much. Yeah. Though I want your touch, baby, you're so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy, but baby, you're so high, stay. We don't need to go on a fast. I need this night to last. So you were like me, wanna be free. here. Oh, 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 oh. I don't ask for much, no, I don't need that much, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Though I want your touch. Baby, I so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy.
We are now down to the final thing I needed to do was just wipe down the bottom half of the cabinets. So I'm going to remove the clutter that I have over here. Y'all know this little coffee bar area is definitely my catch-all. This is where I put all of our junk mail. So I cleared that away, wiped that down, and then we're ready to start wiping down the bottom halves of the cabinets. Definitely recommend get down on your hands and knees and check out the very bottom of your cabinets, you guys, because mine were so filthy. You don't realize how much is like splattered down there until you actually get down on like eye level and check it out. It's crazy. Like mine were super filthy. So it felt really good getting them nice and cleaned up and all of that splattered stuff off of them.
I don't mind a little crazy. But baby, you're so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last. Baby, you're so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last.
Oh my goodness, you guys, what a transformation. My kitchen is seriously gleaming. It is so clean and beautiful, and it just feels amazing. So last thing I had to do was hang up my freshly cleaned curtains, and then I was gonna call it a day. I really hope this video motivated you guys. I hope y'all are enjoying this spring cleaning series that I have going on. I definitely have tons of more videos coming out with forgotten spaces and deep cleaning motivation and more decluttering, I'm sure, because I'm always decluttering my life. But if y'all did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, join my YouTube family. I would love to have you here. I do upload every single week, tons of cleaning motivation. But I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!